Welcome to another edition of Insurance Questions Podcast. Holy cow, Don. Holy cow, Sarah. 109. It is Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. I'm your buddy Eddie Buffalo. There's Donnie Lowe. And Sarah's back from special assignment in areas unknowns. How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing great. You were in an area 54, were you?
Oh, that's 51, Don. Come
Oh,
on.
51.
No. Highly classified, I'm unable to say.
Ah, okay.
She'd tell you,
Special,
Don, but she'd have to kill you.
yeah, I'd say special secret assignment. So,
Yeah.
Before we get started, I want to talk about one of our friends, Billy Sheehan. Mr. Big's newest album just dropped this morning. The name of it is 10, as in 10 fingers. That's what the album cover looks like without my face. The big hit's going to be Up on You, but I really liked Sunday Morning Kind of Girl. That's a really good listen. Check out that track and the rest of the album too. It's available on Amazon and anywhere that you buy or download music. So Don, where did you think he was this morning? We were talking about that.
yeah, I thought he was in Bulgaria.
No,
Unless they
Go ahead.
moved, maybe their tour took him somewhere else.
I was surprised to see that tonight Mr. Big is playing the Academy, and that is in Dublin, Ireland.
Wow, how cool!
So I texted Billy two things. And I told him I was going to talk about this too. I texted him, so Billy, you got any questions for the show today? Nope. So I said, all right, fine. Just, if you're out and about today, take some pictures of Ireland for me. I'd like to see them. So,
Cool.
so, we're so goofy, Don. We were talking this morning on the telephone. We're like, what's the show going to be about? And you're like, I wanted to be able to listen. Like, nah. And I'm like, I want to do this. And you're like, nah. This is viewer day again. I forgot about it that we had so much fun doing it last Wednesday that we're going to try to make Wednesday all about viewer reactions. And 5 different states. I think 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 different people from 5 different states, all different ages. I tried to do it in order so they kind of roll into each other.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get started with our viewer. Alvin, 23-year-old male from South Boston. And he wants to know, how young is it? Sorry, I screwed that up. How young is too young to get insurance, Don?
14 days is too young. 15 days you can get insurance.
To explain that, Don.
So your parents or grandparents can purchase a life insurance policy, a whole life insurance policy for you 15 days after you're born. And the idea is not for the death benefit coverage, but to build up some cash, good cash value in your policy.
That is awesome, Don. Yeah, a lot of these are going to bleed into each other. We have another question from Paulie, 56, from South Buffalo. I actually know Paulie.
Okay.
He's a friend of mine, and he's actually thinking about going into the insurance business.
So does he have that accent that you just said his name in?
No,
Paulie. That's a Bostonian accent.
I know. Well, the first person was from Boston, so
I know.
And it isn't just guys. I got girls on here too. Just so I don't want you guys thinking that I'm sexist or anything. Paulie from South Buffalo. Hey, all my friends at Hoppers. Hi, I know Paulie's there all the time. What are some of the advantages of having term insurance instead of whole life insurance?
Well,
It's usually the other way around, isn't it, Don? People ask you that.
Yes, typically. Yeah. So some of the advantages with term insurance is that it depends on the intent of the insurance. But number one, the premiums on term insurance are lower than whole life insurance or even universal life insurance. Number two, a lot of people will get term insurance if they're looking at mortgage protection. So they want the term to last as long as the mortgage, whether it's 15, 20, 30 years. They have term insurance. And that's the only reason why they want that specific coverage, is just to cover the mortgage. So those are a couple of the benefits.
I'm going to piggyback
Premium.
on that, Don, if
Yep.
you don't mind.
No.
Eddie Bednar's from Greenville, Texas, 56 years old, asks, are there any age restrictions on term insurance?
So the age restrictions on the low age would be 18 years of age for term. Some carriers will issue policies for term insurance that would expire at age 85. So that would be probably on the high end of age and the low end of age.
Yeah. That is very
I feel like you're giving me a quiz, a test.
kind of.
Because we don't preview these questions at all.
That's usually what he does.
No.
He questions everybody. We should call him Teacher Eddie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Professor
I
Eddie.
could be like Alex Trebek, you know? Yeah. God bless you, Alex. Love your show, buddy.
I know.
I don't know if I liked his show better or when Saturday Night Live did the skit. Wrong again, Trebek. Like when
that's a classic.
What his name was, Turd Ferguson. Your name is not Turd Ferguson. Yeah, it is. Turd Ferguson. That's my name. He was doing Burt Reynolds.
Oh my God, that's a classic.
So far, we've been to South Boston, South Buffalo. It's a South thing, and we're going to a Southern state. Kat, 21 years old, from Mississippi. Interesting question, Don. How long before you can cash out your life insurance? Well, I think you got to be dead first, or am I wrong?
Well, no, you
got to be dead, Kat. Come on, give me a tougher question. Oh yeah, and Kat is a famale. All right, she is a girl.
Famale.
So you know.
Well, it depends on what you mean by cash out. If you want to take all of the cash, that means you're surrendering the policy. So you can do that at any time, but we really don't recommend that. You can take some of the cash value out of your policy once it starts to build up. So there are a couple different products or payment terms with whole life insurance. If you shorten the term of payment, so say you have what's referred to as a 10 pay or 12 pay or 20 pay.
What do you mean by that, Don?
So it means it's going to take 10 years, 12 years, 20 years to fully pay the premium for your permanent insurance.
So if I die before that, I get less money?
No, you will get whatever the death benefit coverage is, plus the dividends. So,
yes.
Yes, no,
You
yes, no.
You got a bobblehead going.
So if you have a traditional whole life, meaning that the policy is set up that you're going to pay for it for the rest of your life, the cash value accrues much at a slower rate than if you have it paid off in 10 or 12 years. As an example, the cash value will increase much more rapidly, obviously. So it depends is the kind of the general answer on the specifics.
Yeah. Well, it was a very vague question, but a lot of people, they're like, "Oh, Uncle Bob had insurance, and he, used the dividends from it to buy me a car and this, that, and the other thing, or, I needed some money to go on vacation, so I took the dividends from my stuff." That's smart. I mean, the dividend money is for you to use, but if you can keep it in there as long as you can, there's so many advantages of it. I mean, if you wait and don't use your dividends until later in life, what can you do with them then?
Well, you can do just about anything you want with that cash, and it's on a tax-free basis, as long as you do not surrender the policy.
Mm-hmm.
But what a lot of people do is they will kind of use that as part of their retirement. So
what do you mean by that?
Well, if you have a whole life policy where that's got a good amount of cash value in it, and you have a 401k or an IRA, and there's a very down year in the market where your 401k is losing money, basically, it's better to leave that money alone until the market starts to come back up, but you can take the cash that you need to live that year from your whole life policy.
And so you can set it up like a structured settlement almost, can't you?
Almost like a structured settlement, right? Right.
What is a structured settlement?
So a structured settlement you typically see when
And Sarah's laughing at me now.
she's laughing and he's throwing all these things at me.
Professor Eddie.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were going to law
Called me
school.
worse, so I'll take that.
A structured settlement is typically used if somebody has a civil suit and they win a large amount of money, say $1 million.
Yeah.
But typically it's set up so that you don't get the full $1 million up front because a lot of people will kind of blow that off, blow through it too quickly. So a structured settlement is something where you get X amount of dollars on a monthly or annual basis to kind of supplement your income. And typically it's somebody might get a settlement because they were injured, they can no longer work, so they'll use that as their income instead of employment.
Okay. So the next question we have is Becky. She's 50 years old, and this is for Sarah. Okay. Where do you think she's from, Sarah? Schlemazel.
Just because it's you, I'm going to say Texas.
No, Schlemazel, Wisconsin.
Where though, Donnie? What's the city?
Milwaukee.
Yep.
I don't know that.
You didn't watch the
maybe it's you Yankees know all that stuff. This is not something.
You didn't watch Laverne and Shirley when you were a little girl, right after Happy Days.
Yes. And ask me how much I recall because I was a kid. Remember?
So,
not that old. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Rerun.
I wish I remembered all that stuff. I really did enjoy those shows. I was the one who stayed up late watching all those TV shows. And then there was one, it was a British comedy. What's the name of it?
Doctor Who?
No. Monty Python?
Absolutely fabulous.
Something like that. No, it was like a department store. It's like Who May You Serve or something like that. It's really dry humor. I enjoyed it, but let's just
So she's got a good question, Don. I don't know why she's asking this, but I thought it was kind of interesting. That's why I picked it. How does your financial background affect your life insurance for cost and coverage, if at all?
The only way potentially that your financial background or history, we'll say your history, could affect your life insurance and whether you can get the policy or not is if you declare bankruptcy.
Why is that? What will happen then? You don't get it at all, or will you get rated?
It depends on the carrier, actually. I've seen somebody that filed bankruptcy within a year of them applying for insurance, and they were declined because the insurance. Yeah, well, the insurance company's looking to see, can this person afford it? Number one, but will they can make the payments as required? Because there's a lot of risk on the insurance company to issue a policy if they fear that it cannot be, paid on.
That was a good question. Thank you, Becky.
It was a very good question.
And, I saved the best for last, Don.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
I don't know.
You can't even make this stuff up. Cletus.
Okay.
Where's Cletus from?
Mississippi.
Sarah?
I don't know, Professor.
68-year-old male. Cletus is from Utah. And Cletus, it's a two-part question. Cletus got some stuff going on, I'm thinking, from reading this. Do I need any physicals for life insurance? And if I got a DWI, will my life insurance be canceled if I already have life insurance?
Well,
I think Cletus just got a DWI, I'm guessing. What do you got for Cletus there, Don?
Cletus, if you already have life insurance and you have a DWI, it will not be canceled on you as long as you maintain the premium payments. So you don't have to worry about that.
You're set, Cletus.
If you have a recent DWI, say within the past 5 years, and you apply for life insurance, there's probably a high probability that the underwriting team will decline your application.
Isn't it 10 years in New York, Donnie?
Well, it depends on, it's kind of a little vague. There's a little gray area.
Is that depending on DUI and DWI?
It depends on, well, it depends on the circumstances. Is this the first offense? How old is the individual? There's a lot involved with it.
Let me make this easier for you, Don. If I got a misdemeanor or a felony, am I getting insurance?
Yeah, probably not.
Misdemeanor, yeah, you'll get one.
Felony,
no chance in hell you're getting that insurance for at least 10 years. Don't die in 10 years.
So why is that, just out of curiosity?
Well, because go ahead, Ed.
Well, they feel that if you don't really care about yourself and you're taking not only your life, but the public's life in hands, you don't give a crap if you're alive or dead. So more than likely, you're going to crash. But drunks never get hurt, it seems. It always seems they hurt the poor innocent people, you know. But you can add on to that if you like to, Don.
Well, it's kind of like they look at risk factors, and that's a fairly high risk factor for something to happen. The same thing, like if you're an active parachutist. I don't know if that's the right term or not.
Rodeo rider, all kinds of crazy stuff.
So you probably will not get life insurance because you participate in very high risk activities.
How about me as a boxer? Can I get life insurance, Don?
You can get life insurance. No, but you're not a professional boxer. You only do it.
It depends if you still carry your pro card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm fighting, but as long as you carry it, if they could actually say nope.
Okay. I did not realize.
So go back to the first part of Cletus's question. Y'all need any physicals for life insurance? I don't know why I gave that accent. I don't know. What's a Utah accent? Anybody got it? Anybody?
No.
Nope.
There may not be an accent. I don't know.
Everybody's got an accent. Don, you got an accent.
Sarah's got an
accent. Come on now.
You have multiple accents.
I do. And personalities too. You never know what you're gonna get.
That's right, Sybil.
Eddie Buffalo's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
So there are policies where you do not have to take a physical. The premiums tend to be higher and the coverage is lower. The death benefit coverage.
I mean, this is kind of, I kind of picked this because it kind of bleeds in a little bit to what we were talking about this morning. And we were going to do a deep dive on it because, I mean, that would be a whole show. But when I hear guaranteed insurance, I might have a different idea as the public does than we do as insurance professionals. Is it really guaranteed then?
Well, no.
Tough question.
It is a tough question because there typically are a few questions that are asked. Are you currently hospitalized or have you been hospitalized within the past 60 days?
Y'all aliens? We gotta know that.
Area 54.
Oh yeah, Donnie. Where's Donnie? We met at Area 51. We're looking for aliens. And where's Donnie? Oh, he's at the special place, Area 54.
He's in a different state.
He's sexy and fancy, that Donnie Lowe. By the way, we've been having so much fun. Well, I have, anyways, the past 2 days with the TikToks because he's gonna start trending as hashtag Donnie is sexy, hashtag Donnie is cute, hashtag Donnie is hot. So all our TikTokers out there, make sure you like that when we're talking about hot Donnie Lowe.
Which I think he's the one that started. Eddie is the one that started that hashtag. Just saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Just to harass you, Donnie. He has to have one more thing to harass you for.
Why am I doing this?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It'll be all explained. Don't worry about it behind the curtain, Donnie. Don't worry.
Don't forget, I know a guy.
I am going to throw this question out to you and to our listeners. We've been getting complaints from some of our TikTok viewers that they're being asked to pay for TikTok. What is going on with that? Does anybody know anything about that?
I have no idea. It's got to be some.
It's not one person. There's a bunch of people that are complaining to me on the other media sources that for whatever, and it seems like it's an Apple issue.
I have no idea.
Like
TikTok is when they go on your reel or whatever.
Feed? Yeah.
It's saying that it's asking you to pay or somebody to pay.
What I've been trying to do is I've been trying to share that on my Facebook page, which is Insurance Questions Podcast, EBI Agency, Eddie Buffalo, whatever one you want to look at it that way. That's my workaround, so you don't have to pay anything. I don't want anybody to have to pay anything.
But I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, me either. It seems like the past week it's been an issue. Hopefully it's just a temporary issue or Apple changed something, maybe. I don't know. So if any of our viewers know anything what I'm talking about, let me know. I'm surprised because my daughters haven't said anything and they have all have Apple products,
Yeah, so that's the problem is it's Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Apple does whatever they want.
But is it maybe it's a TikTok issue instead of Apple?
So it does say in October 2023 that they were going to test a paid subscription to get rid of ads.
Sounds like they're done testing.
So but that's if you want to get rid of ads though. So it might do the same thing as like YouTube or Spotify or any of the other apps. Mm-hmm. You pay just to get rid of the ads or you just listen to ads.
Right.
Yeah, so, I hope whatever that problem is. I mean, let me know if you guys have to pay for it. And like I said, I can send out the link for the Facebook pages or X or Instagram or one of the other ones that we do use.
Yeah, exactly. Well, obviously, it's not us, that are requesting payment for it to view that. So.
And boy, we are really off our game today because we know that the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo, Sassy Stara, and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment purposes. What you got to say, Sassy Stara? Because Donnie did you yesterday, and he didn't do a good job.
No, hold on. Fix that. Back up. Change the wording.
Donnie did you yesterday. That's why you had to go to places that aren't speakable on the interwebs.
You mean Donnie said my portion of like, subscribe, share, follow, do all the things on all the places.
Poor Tyler.
That thing?
Tyler will always have a job with us.
Hit the fan mail button, download. Again, like.
I'll link that for Donnie, and then he gets something to say. So I can never go on vacation, is what you're telling me.
No. Well, you learned your lesson when we did the Freaky Friday episode when I was you. Hi, Sarah. What's going on? Sarah, would you like to talk about what you got going on at the end of the week for the people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
Huh?
Where am I going Friday? Am I just doing skip-de-doo?
Oh, no. So there is a wonderful clinic out here, and they're trying to expand. So they used to be called the
I think you need to go to some other kind of clinic there, girl.
No, they're called Hope Women's Clinic, and they provide free healthcare for low-income people. Whether you have insurance, well, you can't have insurance to go there just because they don't bill insurance. They take donations and help where they can. And they're actually starting to expand, so they changed their name, and I do not recall the new name. I think it's Commonwealth Medical or something like that.
Now, is this open to the public in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or do you need an invitation?
It is not. You had to my understanding, get tickets in order to go, so that they had you reserved. Gotcha. But they're basically just putting on a big charity event to help raise money. Oh. What's really awesome is they're trying to get with hospitals and doctor offices to where if you need an MRI and you don't have insurance and you're in the poverty level, you get one for free. So they're really trying to do a lot of good work there. So I ended up buying a sponsorship so we can go. So of course we're VIP because I'm number one.
We're VIPs. We're VIPs.
Yeah, bits. Yeah, if you want to say it that way.
Yes.
I've never heard it said that way, but Eddie is Eddie. Anyway, so it's going to be fun. I don't like. There's supposed to be some kind of concert going on. I really don't know much about it. I just
Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Kiss coming back from their retirement.
Sure. I just know that it's a really good place and they needed sponsors, so I went ahead and do it. And the best part is it's like right around the corner from my house. I just have to go outside.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's great. Good for you.
Hey, Donnie, I know I pick on you a lot, but I got to say something. And I don't know if you've noticed this at all, Sarah, because people have mentioned it to me. Like when me or you are talking, Sarah, Donnie will just be like, and it's like, is he a painting? You don't move, dude. Yeah. You don't blink. You don't move. Are you a robot? That's what I want to know.
No, I'm waiting to see if I need to hit the beep button.
Right.
That's above your pay grade, pal.
That's true.
He's the manager of the beep button. He's definitely trying to make sure that button.
I didn't swear at all this week, and neither did you. So we're doing good, Tyler.
I'm trying to get better. So I used to not swear a few years ago, and then stuff keeps happening, and I'm trying to get back to that because.
Well, I'm
just trying to be respectful and to listen to you.
I don't know what the heck we did on Friday's show when we did that special edition, but I got like 12 different comments saying that was the most professional show that we've done yet. What did we do different?
I think know. We pulled the wool over everybody's eyes.
Well, I was going to say you did need a Pop-Tart before.
I'm a little peckish. Maybe I should go get one.
Oh, goodness sake. Why do I do that to you?
So, any tax things going on, Sarah, we need to know about?
Not really. I know that the IRS is starting to process ERC claims, which we're hoping everything gets done before the end of the year. There's also people having issues getting refunds from the IRS. So apparently earlier this year, they set up a new department and you could only call the department and you're supposed to fax documentation to prove that the refund belongs to you, but they don't have a fax number. So I don't know how that works.
I don't get this. Do you have to fax something to them? How many people have a fax?
Oh no! Anybody who deals with the IRS has a fax machine.
So
and now you have it online. It's not that big of an issue, but the IRS still deals in fax machines. You need a fax, but it's just funny because when you call them to try to resolve an issue, they're like, "Okay, well, we need you to fax us this document or this, that, and the other," and you only get like 2 or 3 minutes. So if the internet is slow getting it to them, or if it's a large document, it may take 5 to 10 minutes, but they won't keep you on hold long enough. And they're like, just call back. Yeah. And it's like, okay, but you only give me 3 minutes. It's going to take a little bit longer than that. And the next person's only going to give me 3 minutes. So how am I supposed to resolve this issue? There's a whole thing. I think the IRS needs to go away, but that's just me. Anybody else who feels the same way?
Conspiracy theory. Talk to Sassy Sarah because all her comments are her own and her own alone.
Well, and I've been seeing a lot of things, and I'm actually going to bring it up on Tuesday, is how the income tax got started. So what's funny is, and the only reason I'm looking it up is I like to have dates and names. And so I can tell you how it got started. I just can't give you.
Save that for Tuesday, Sarah.
Well, no. So here's the thing is the main part got started to tax the 1%ers.
Really?
It wasn't supposed to be spread out to everybody.
So, like guys that, polish gold bars and live in Williamsville, New York. Is that who it was for, the 1%ers?
Yes. Donnie. And then he lobbied to get it spread out to everybody else to save his gold bars.
Well, I don't have 1% of all the gold in the world yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
You like that? Yes.
Hey, you have to have goals. You set the goals high.
That's right.
Because what if he gets down to only
what does Donnie always say? Donnie always says, think big,
That's right.
So Donnie, how old were you when you were first inducted as an original member of the Bohemian Grove?
You and that Bohemian
I don't
Grove.
even want to go
started
there.
it.
No, I didn't. I don't even want to go near Bohemian Grove. However, let's go back to the fax machines.
I would rather go back to China Grove. I didn't even know that was a real thing.
I know, in Texas.
Yeah, I never even knew that. Have you ever gone to China Grove there, Sassy Sarah?
No, never heard of it.
Do you know there's a song called China Grove? Oh.
When the sun goes down on the sleepy little town, down around San Antone. Once again, I won't get in trouble because I sing so badly you can't tell what the hell that is.
That's right.
I'll stick with Happy Birthday. That's fine.
There you go.
There we go.
Fax machines, real quick. Way back in the 1800s when they invented the fax machine and I was working, for a forms manufacturer, we used to either call in orders for stock computer paper, as an example.
Mm-hmm. Or did you have to call Dunder Mifflin?
Yes.
Just asking,
Yes. Or we would have to, write it up on these particular forms and mail it into the plant, and then they would receive it and then ship out the order. So when we got our first fax machine, it was on the thermal paper, the roll paper. We were like, golly, look at this. We can fax this right in today. Amazing.
Now, let me ask you something, Don. You probably know this because you're a pretty smart fella.
Nah.
Xerox was the big people to do faxing and copying. Mm-hmm. Who turned that down? You're not gonna believe it.
Who turned
it down?
Who's gonna want to have faxing? Who's gonna want to copy stuff like it? We got ditto machines that we can get high off the ink. Why would we want to change that?
Yeah, I was thinking it was IBM, but
no. Some big company that's no longer a big company, very close to our home of Buffalo.
Oh, you're not going to say more business forms.
Kodak.
Oh, Kodak. Yeah, that's right.
They were like, who's going to want to do this? This is stupid. And they said that Kodak actually had the technology for digital pictures back in the 60s. They're like, people like him.
I saw a YouTube short that actually discussed that. A guy was trying to do it, and they did a patent, and they kept, oh, no, why would we do that? And then, it looks like they're going to be digital cameras.
It's a big thing. They're probably ginormous.
I know somebody that worked for Kodak, and he was on the team for digital cameras.
And it's just amazing. I mean, things keep on changing by leaps and bounds all the time.
Incredible.
I mean, if you think about it, Star Trek,
Beam me up, Scotty.
Basically, we have a computer in our hand. You know what I mean?
You need the flip phone for the beam me up, right?
Right. And do you still got your flip phone, Donnie?
Probably not.
Or how about those friggin' Nokias that are indestructible? After the World Wars, it's still going to be there.
I know. Oh, my gosh. I did used to have a Motorola Track, I think it was called. Is it Track? The flip phone.
The one phone. I mean, I like my Pixel because I'm anti-Apple. I used to really like the Blackberries a lot. Crackberry, I used to call it. And that kind of died out too. It's amazing how many things come and go so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe you were still trying to sell me a pet rock the other day. And I'm like, no, Don, I'm not going to do that. Is it the non-allergic pet rock? Because I'm allergic to a lot of pets. Just ask.
Yeah, it's the non-allergic, the hypoallergenic version. They're going fast, I'm telling you. So you better pick a color.
Does it come with a green bucket of slime that I can play with?
Well, that's a separate order. So,
but Donnie knows a guy. He knows a slime guy. He wants some slime. He's got the hookup.
He's slimy.
Well, our show is good at the beginning, and we kind of went off the rails as usual. Not because of me. It's usually these two chuckleheads. I just sit here.
Whatever.
I'm a good Catholic boy. I mind my business. I just keep on going. So, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. And remember, hashtag Donnie is hot. It's going to be trending. I bet you it's going to be trending by tomorrow. You got a whole new set of new fans, Don.
No, thank you.
So we're going to end the show like we always do before Sarah's magical time, a little bit earlier. If you like working with people like you, we're the people to see. www.eviagency.com. And you can reach us also at 716-306-2020. Thank you for all the questions. You guys made our show today. We had nothing to do with it. And I kind of like that because then me and Donnie don't have to think before we go. And we think a little bit when we're on the show too,
It depends.
Yes. So I'm your buddy Eddie Buffalo for Sassy Sarah and Donnie Lowe. Tune in tomorrow for our annuity / cryptocurrency show. Not much going on in the crypto world, but that could change by tomorrow. We don't know. So once again, till tomorrow, everybody stay safe out there. And I swear to God, you weren't even here yesterday, Sarah, and he still hit the button on me.
That's right. But I have to say, ciao.
Ciao.
It's on the side this time.
Shut up, Don. Remember, hashtag Donnie's cute. Bye.